France have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Brahim Diaz is someone who had a very interesting football education, Peter. He spent time in his youth, both in Manchester and Madrid, and he's had a real elite upbringing. And it's easy to see why those schools of thought have had an influence on his game. He's very intelligent with his movement, he's hard to dispossess. He does have a tendency to maybe be overly ambitious at times, but I'm sure he'll sort that out.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Rabiot. Chouameni played out to the right. Now that's well seen too. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Konate. Rabiot. Oh, perfectly measured that. And now the break, and the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
Saliba, and he goes cross-field. Gusto. Great run on the overlap here. Gusto. And he's there to clear it. El Ainawi. Now, what about a counter-attack? Olise. Cherki. Rabiot. Chouameni. Cherki. Oh, good spread. Olise. Cherki. And it's made its way to him. Chouameni. Olise! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Hernandez. Rabiot. France to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Out to the right, and it's Gusto. Gusto, and that's aimed into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And the flag has stayed down. Hernandez. France can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Cherki. Dembele, can he finish? Goal, France!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
France break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Cherki, and it's Dembele. Mbappe, spread out to the left. Riyad with the clearance. Out to the left it goes. And here's Mbappe. Cherki. Excellent. It's Dembele! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It'll be a throw-in. Konate. Mbappe. Hernandez. France are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Hernandez. Oh, what a climb! He will be livid with himself. Gusto. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Unahi. Lofted upfield. Gusto. Saliba. Konate looks to the other side. Cherki. Over to the left. The less said about that pass, the better. Brahim Diaz. Oh, this looks sharp. Hernandez. And it's played forward. Cuts out the pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chouameni. Cherki. And it's El Ainawi. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, played out to the left flank. Saliba attempts a clearance. Tries to get it clear. Have it back and can go again. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Gusto. That'll be a throw-in. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Saliba. Rabiot chooses to go cross-field. And it's Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he spark a counter here? Hakimi. El-Kanous. Unahi gently done. And he's there to clear it. And claimed it back swiftly. Can he deliver? Played into the middle. He's dealt with that well. Oh, it's Dembele. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. Nice control. Cherki. Chouameni. Cherki. Out to the left it goes. Hernandez crosses. Turns and goes back. And it's Rabiot. Foot in. That's good play. Cherki. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Could move up a gear here.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Calmly anticipates. Saliba. Cherki. Hernandez. Oh, such a clever touch. Mbappe. Bunu claims it without any fuss. Chouameni. Cherki. Chouameni. And here's Dembele. And here's Olise. Olise, now the ball in. Brahim Diaz, shifted upfield. Oh, he's bustling through it. There's the shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a...
And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Hernandez. Rabiot. Hernandez. Cherki. Hakimi gets it clear, and that's been won straight back. Saliba. Rabiot. Olise. Aimed in towards the centre. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Gusto. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Gusto gets a shot at goal! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, good spread. And it's hoisted clear. Aim forwards. And they can counter here. Unahi. Moved on forwards. Saliba attempts a clearance. And he's well positioned here. Morocco have got it back and they'll have another go. Mbappe. Olise. Diop wins the duel this time. Unahi. Hakimi. Al-Kanous. And here's Brahim Diaz. Unahi. That's very neat. Tries a shot!
Unahi just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Saliba.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Rabiot. Gusto. And it's Rabiot. Short changes him with that pass. Riyad, forwards and with intent. Clipped into space. That's a little off target. Saliba. Saliba, played over towards the opposite flank. Gusto tries making a foray down the right. Now it's Olise. Played out to the right. So here comes a substitution. Riyad. Oh, there's a probing ball.
France couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Traoré. Mbappe. Cherki. Saliba. Rabiot. He has found the way through. No, that's not going to find its target. Oh, nice touch. Looking for Cherki! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Cherki, nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Elise. Konate. Gusto. Konate. Cherki. Mbappe. Hernandez. He is just caressing the ball. Lovely, now then.
That's pretty clear, it is a foul.
And that's going to be a booking. And the ball's come loose here. Mbappe gets his head on it! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Well, the clearance is short. Delivered in. That has been knocked clear. He's found a way through. Some good work on the right flank here. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Looking for a decent ball in.
Oh, sweet feet.
Tries to get it clear. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Adley, gently done. Oh, easy pickings there. Chouameni. Riyad gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Mbappe. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's Dembele! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chouameni. Mbappe. Dembele! And he's there to clear. Cherki! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Now it's Brahim Diaz, and it's Adley. No way through there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He can get that clear. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. keeper has taken decisive action. Hernandez chooses to go back. Rabiot. Chance, surely! And that would have been game, set and match. That's really well manoeuvred. Clearly not happy with that. And here's Doué. Oh, it's come loose. Unahi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a nicely weighted pass. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Konate can get it clear. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. France have reclaimed it. And it's Gusto. That's tidy. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Adli. Brahim Diaz. And here's Adli. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a go. Brahim Diaz. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Doué. And here's Dembele. Out to the right. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Morocco are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Mbappe. And he's lost his man here. Over to the left. Cherki. Rabiot cuts it out. Konate. That's the throw. So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Unahi. And that's another throw. Doué gets a foot in here. Morocco have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Gusto has created one goal already. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Digne. Played towards the other side. Konate. And it's played forward. France have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And the keeper beats it away. Unahi getting this one clear. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
So that's it, it is all over.
Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.